Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC is a real thing, and it looks like we'll be following a very similar path to Sword and Shield, with a two-part DLC each featuring a distinct location, story, and legendary Pokemon. It's called The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, and today we're breaking down all the footage and new info. Let's get started. As per usual, we got a trailer and then some deeper insights published separately on the official Pokemon website, including details about 7 new Pokemon, some of which were unnamed during the presents. First, let's dive into DLC Wave 1, titled The Teal Mask. While we got no actual gameplay, the live action footage we see at the very beginning is a taste of what Kitakami Part 1's DLC area is going to look like, since we see apple trees and civilization at the base of a large mountain. Notably, Kitakami is not part of the Paldea region. It's a separate area we'll be traveling to as part of a school trip. During the DLC story, we'll be visiting Kitakami during the time of a traditional festival, meaning we'll meet many new characters and Pokemon while learning about the myths and legends of this mysterious new area. I'm curious to know if Kitakami is part of a greater Pokemon region, or if it's a standalone location, one of many in the Pokemon world. Here we see 3 statues, depicting 3 brand new Pokemon. We later see these Pokemon in full detail, one being a bipedal dog-like creature, one being a mischievous-looking monkey, and one being a pheasant-like bird. Interestingly, they all share a similar color palette, this green, purple, and black matching the new legendary Pokemon we see here above them. A look at the website gives us names and a little more background on this trio. Okidogi, Munkidori, and Pheasantipiti are Pokemon revered as protectors of the village. No typings are revealed as of yet for these 3, but they'll likely play an important role in the story events of the Teal Mask. Ogerpon is the main legendary of this half of the DLC, who appears above the trio in this key art wearing the titular Teal Mask. The green coloration highly suggests it will be at least part grass type, and the same can be said for the trio below, but as of yet, nothing is confirmed. Interestingly, in the live action footage, we see a mask stall that features Pikachu and Eevee masks, along with some other more colorful masks. For example, these green ones pretty clearly resemble Okidogi, while the ones with the red facial outline and beaks look a bit like Pheasantipiti, and the shape, forehead beads, and nostrils on these ones resemble Munkidori. And while it's a little hard to see, these in the bottom corner seem to represent Ogerpon's mask, as we can see by the diamond emblem in the middle of the forehead. On this forest shrine, we see a depiction of some Pokemon silhouettes. Judging by the shapes, this is Okidogi, Munkidori, and Pheasantipiti being commanded by a trainer chasing down Ogerpon. This appears to be a commemorative monument of these Pokemon protecting Kitakami from Ogerpon in the past, and suggests we'll likely be doing a similar thing during our time in the village. Most likely, we'll be exploring to hunt down and catch this trio, and using them to help us find and capture the legendary Ogerpon. This emblem in the upper middle, which looks to be a symbol of the village, also appears on these lanterns hanging above the heads of 2 new NPCs, Carmine and Kieran, a sister and brother that both hail from Kitakami. Carmine is the elder sister who can be a bit cold to trainers from other regions, and Kieran is her quiet but more welcoming younger brother. These 2 are both students at the Blueberry Academy, meaning they'll also feature in Part 2 of the DLC, the Indigo Disc. The Indigo Disc is set at a sister school of our academy in Paldea, which is built entirely on and under the ocean. This is an educational facility we'll be studying abroad at, and will have a heavy focus on Pokemon battling. In this key art, we get a look at several new trainers who are students at Blueberry Academy alongside Carmen and Kieran. Not much else is shown about this part of the DLC, but we do get a look at the school uniform we'll be wearing, as well as a brand new legendary Pokemon, the crystallized turtle named Terapagos. Terapagos is actually the Pokemon that was teased in the Violet book, and clearly it has a deep connection to the terrestrial phenomenon of the Paldea region, as evidenced by its glimmering shell adorned with the symbols of various Pokemon Terra types. While the Pokemon itself has the appearance of a water or maybe ghost type, it's not certain what type Terapagos will actually be, and the presence of all these elemental symbols truly make it anyone's guess. One thing's for sure, this looks to be the mysterious disc Pokemon teased in the Violet book, and it's all but confirmed by the DLC itself being named the Indigo Disc. Here we also get a quick look at some of the returning Pokemon lines confirmed for each wave of the DLC. They're on screen here. And we also might be able to add the Geodude and Swinub lines to Part 2, since images of both are seen at this research center in the Indigo Disc trailer. Part 1, the Teal Mask, will release in the fall, while Part 2, the Indigo Disc, should launch just about a year from now, next winter, adding to the absolutely stacked lineup of DLC Nintendo has in store for 2023. Oddly enough, even though the DLC is named The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, neither part appears to be taking place there. Part 1 will be in Kitakami, while Part 2 will take place at the Undersea Blueberry Academy. Although the name The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero might be referencing Part 2's legendary, Terapagos, since the Pokemon does originate from Area Zero, not to mention its shell glimmers like a treasured gemstone. Only time will tell if we're going to be taking a trip back into Area Zero to find it. Either way, count me in. Let me know what you think of the DLC announcement in the comments below, and have a happy Pokemon Day, everyone.